What's up, guys? LQ here to talk about Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, Episode 7. And Episode 6 of Rings of Power was so good. So I went into Episode 7 hoping that everything I loved about Episode 6 would just keep going. And it didn't. This is the penultimate episode, and as the second to last episode, I suppose it makes narrative sense for a break before the finale, and that's assuming that Episode 8 is going to actually be action-packed. And we don't know that. A lot of the time spent in this episode was on the Harfoots, and I'm just not interested in them anymore. I was happy to be spending time with Elrond and Durin, though. That's still the most intriguing storyline to me, and of course, as we found out, the Balrog is coming. We finally saw it in this episode, ever so briefly, but we did see it. The aftermath of Mount Doom exploding was interesting for a minute. There's too much time spent on the aftermath, though. I mean, it was interesting, I guess, but none of these characters in of themselves are interesting enough to spend an individual amount of time with. So spending time with them, trying to navigate this wasteland, it just kind of got a little dull to me. They work when they play off of each other, but as individuals, their stories just become less interesting. So I'm very hopeful that the Rings of Power sticks the landing with the final episode, and if they do, I'll look back on this season very fondly. But this season is walking the line right now. It could fall either way. It could end up being a good season, it could end up being a bad season, and a lot of that rests on what they do with the finale. I feel kind of like how I feel about this episode. This episode was neither good or bad. You know, it neither made me happy or made me angry. It was just kind of existed. But with a series that costs this much and with a series that has this much writing on it, being neither good or bad, I just don't think it's enough. Anyways, what do you guys think of Rings of Power episode 7? Let me know in the comments below.